I'm Eileen Turtle. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is the monthly general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. There is a part 2 over on Patreon, which the link is below. You can also find it on Vimeo. Link for that is also below. I also have the full moon, new moon lives on Vimeo as well. Link is below. And that's also on Patreon. Just throwing that out there because I'm recording on the full moon in Virgo. Saturn is also moved into Pisces today. It's a good day. It's a good day. I know some people are still kind of dealing with some clearing and whatnot, but once you're on the other side, it's going to feel amazing, I swear. Libra, I'm already feeling throat chakra energy, like tightness, and actually in the very back of my neck. You could be having a lot of soreness, tension up here. I feel like it's also connected to the heart space for you, Libra. I'm just going to jump. Oh God, I want to keep jumping in, but just I'm thinking of anything else you need to know. These are timeless, they're general, they're monthly because I do them once every 30 days. Please take the messages as they resonate. Do not make it fit if it's not for you. I could be picking up on someone you know or someone in your field, just so you know. And it could resonate both ways because whatever's happening within is also happening without, including reflecting back to us in relationships. Anyway, Libra, back to you. Yeah, there's like, oh, oh, God. Ugh, I don't like it. It's like very, very tight, restricted throat chakra, but I feel like it's directly coming from the heart space. It's tied up in the heart space. Before I started recording, I was getting like very earth goddess energy, a lot of earth element, but very Venusian, and you are Venus. Earth magic was something, oh God. Yeah, like literally where like my, oh God, where my skull meets the top of my neck, it just so much tension and energy being stuck in there, Libra. Why is there something you've been denying? Is there, I feel like for some of you it's definitely part of a clearing that you're doing, but it's part of also owning your truth and being comfortable just speaking your feelings, man. Like honoring your feelings, honoring your needs, not people pleasing, not always being the mediator, right? It's like not always being polite. This is like a big thing for you guys. Like so much Venus energy around you. It's funny that I was getting Earth energy because Venus Earth is Taurus. Could be having something going on with Taurus, your sister sign. Ouch. It's interesting because Taurus is astrologically is actually feminine. Feminine. Well, you're actually considered masculine Venus energy. I feel like there's some. God, this is awful. I'm getting the Balanced Forces card from my Lumeria deck with that. Balancing earth, balancing air, balancing out your Venusian energy and how you embrace that and accept that. It's interesting. I want to say express and accept came out. I keep wanting to like vomit energy. I'm just like just get it out of my body. Yeah, Libra, I feel like there's like parts of you or truth or just your own feelings, just maybe even your own like thoughts, instincts, impulses, just who you are, just wants to come out, wants to be vomited out. Like, let me out. Let me say what I want to say. Let me be comfortable. Interesting. Let me be comfortable. Do you sacrifice your own comfort, Libra, for the sake of mediating or being the balancing force in situations? Do you sacrifice that? Kind of feels like maybe you do. For whoever's resonating with this. I was debating what decks wanted to work with you. I'm actually feeling the Dreams of Gaia tarot. I haven't worked with this one in a little bit. Interesting. Look what's on the bottom. Union. Balanced forces. Whoa. So I'm not going to take it, but the Three of Air just came flying out before I even got to shuffle. The Three of Air is, you could have played it to the Three of Swords, but this is also about learning and educating. But I keep getting drawn to the traditional, like, understanding of Three of Swords, which is discomfort. Now it's like in here. It's like moved from like the base of my skull to like more like dead center of my throat. Like I literally have a frog in my throat. That's the phrase, right? Frog in the throat. Why does that sound weird? Like saying that out loud sounds very weird to me. Anyway, there needs to be a clearing of the throat here. I almost called you Aquarius, Libra. Could be with an aqua. Saturn just moved to Pisces today. in tropics. There's still Aquarian vibes going on. Pluto's going to touch Aquarius soon too. But anyway, this is a learning energy. Learning and educating, learning and educating. I feel like it's way more about discomfort. Like it's way more about discomfort. And have you learned yet? Have you learned yet to let yourself be comfortable? To sacrifice peace every once in a while? To do that? I'm feeling Libras who like get themselves into situations, whether they're relationships, jobs, or circumstances, where it's like initially it doesn't feel quite right. Initially it feels uncomfortable, but you find the balance. You're like, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure out how to like make this work. And then you do, but it was initially uncomfortable. And you sacrificed that. You sacrificed that. Why? You sacrificed your comfort. Why? Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Keep in mind too, there's like some weird stuff going on with my electricity. I don't know if they're doing a test. They never tell me these things, but my power has come on and off a couple times already today. So I'm hoping this is fine. We'll see how it goes. Any messages or insights for my Librans? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Any messages or insights for my Librans? Interesting. Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This actually speaks of higher mind thinking. Like, not being so focused on what people think about you and like literally like moving into this next level of truth and higher consciousness. While this is actually not seeing what you have available to you in the physical. That's interesting. I feel like this is all about how you've denied yourself, Libra, in the physical, when it comes to expressing your feelings, your emotions, your truth, your comfort. I keep getting brought back to the physical component, though. There's something going on with you in Taurus. I would definitely... Sorry, hold on. I would definitely pay attention to any Taurus readings if you feel drawn to the titles or called upon them. I haven't done Taurus yet. I'll probably do it later in the week. Any messages or insights for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Any messages or insights for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Whoa, what is this? Hold on. This is really weird. I don't know how to like talk about this. Is this even for Libra? I feel like I just got hit with a personal download or something. I don't think this is like so not even related to what I was talking about. Yeah, moving on. Don't worry about it. Not for you. Not for Libra. It's not even, it's like seriously not even for Libra. Okay. Any messages or insights for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay, that feels good. Let's see. Ooh, card showed up again. So we have Choice in reverse, Ten of Earth in reverse, and then we've got Destiny in reverse. So Libra, I actually was live earlier today. I'm sure I'm posting this today. If I don't, I was live on March 7th. I do go live every once in a while. So, and those don't get like circulated as much because it's a live, stupid algorithms. So if you want to make sure you're not missing any other content, you have to go to the homepage and you have to actually go to the live tab because they keep them separate now. So strange. Anyway, moving on. This definitely ties into something I was channeling earlier for the collective. You know, first of all, with these two energies, before we even start talking about choice in reverse, this to me feels like not seeing or even denying what it is that's actually meant for you. But that happens because you also are denying yourself. When you sacrifice your needs, your wants, your desires, your truth, right, for the sake of anything outside of you, you do kind of sacrifice what's meant for you. Doesn't mean you can't have it, right? But I also feel like I'm not really totally seeing this, not totally believing in this Ten of Pentacles and Destiny energy That's how it feels to me. Like, especially with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Like, this literally is a feeling of um, almost like imposter syndrome. Like, I can't have the thing that I want, or it's not really for me, or I'm not really capable, or I don't deserve it. I don't think anybody ever thinks I don't deserve things. I think it's just a subconscious feeling of I don't deserve. I don't deserve, I don't deserve. It's almost like it's bigger than you, it's more grand than you, but it's not. I never noticed the little dragon egg, by the way, of that archway. It just really jumped out at me. I've never noticed it before. There's one similar on the death card in this deck, excuse me, on the death card. It might come up later. But yeah, that's what I'm getting with you. And then for choice in reverse to come out ahead of that, I just keep getting denying parts of yourself, sacrificing parts of yourself. But why? Why? This is also the Fool card. It also speaks of being foolish or not taking risks where needed. But it really is coming down to when you deny parts of yourself, when you suppress parts of yourself, you shelve parts of yourself, you also delay and put off what's really meant for you. And you also start to not really believe it, not see it, because you're denying part of you that wants to be there, that wants to be in alignment with this. I'm trying to think of a good like metaphor. Like, I'm trying to think of a metaphor. It's like, it's hard the way that I'm seeing it. Like, imagine you as 100% being, like just like 0% to 100%, 100% being, you are embracing and expressing and acting on every little like inch fiber of you and your truth and everything, total alignment, including total alignment with what's meant for you, right? With what you want. When you deny parts of yourself, when you decide this makes me uncomfortable, but I'll hang in, I'll talk to this person, I'll entertain it, right? I'll be polite, or I'll go along with this. I don't really want to like make a scene. I'll just keep going. Every time you do that, you lose a percent. You lose a percent. You lose a percent. A little piece of you gets put on a shelf. A little piece of you gets denied. And before you know it, you're down to 90%. You're down to 80%. You're down to 70%. This requires you to be at 100. And right now you're probably rocking 75, 80%. You see what I'm saying? So that's just kind of how it's coming across to me. Anyway. Any other messages or insights from my Librans? You have a choice. Sorry. Victim is coming up here. Pretty strong. You do have a choice here, Libra. Why do you think you don't? It's literally placing limitations on yourself by going, that's not for me. I can't do that. That's too hard. That's too big. Who am I to do that? Who am I to have that? You're choosing to believe that. Any other messages or insights from my Librans pertaining to this spread? I just keep getting victim. Sorry, Libra. Gotta call a spade a spade. I just keep getting victim. Like, a little bit of self-pity is going on there. A little woe is me. A little bit. Just a little bit. Any other messages or insights from my Libras? Perception. 9 of Air. This is literally the perception card. Oh, and look. She has a lotus around her throat. Speak it. Speak it. It is your truth. Be your truth. See your truth for what it is, including all of your limiting beliefs. Including all the ways that you actually shelve yourself, so you shelve your dream. And that's like, that's like very sobering when you think about it that way, right? So it's like when you come across these situations where it's like, you've been so programmed, or you just feel this inclination to like go with it even though you don't want to, or it makes you uncomfortable, think about, okay, I'll just go with it, and then realize I just lost 3% of myself, including I just lost 3% of my destiny, 3% of my path that I have to like recalibrate and reclaim back so I can go and get back to it. This is all about perception, beliefs, and also being committed and following through with just being 100% you, and honoring, they're saying it's more about the honoring you 100%. Do you see it? Knowledge. Knowledge card is coming out here. You know better. That's actually how this is coming across. It wanted to be on the choice card. You know better. You know better. Knowledge is implying that you actually have the information about yourself already when it comes to this. There's also, for some of you, I'm getting like a Virgo-y energy. I mean, we are full moon Virgo, but like not feeling confident that, like, how do I want to say it? Like having a plan figured out. It's like the facts. The facts, the logistics of this Ten of Pentacles, this path. Again, this could be a job, this could be a way of life, this could be a relationship, whatever it is to you, you know, how you want to live, how you want to show up in the world, how you want to be free. Again, being 100% you, not losing pieces of yourself just to compromise or to, you know, not rock the boat, whatever it is, right? Yeah, some of you guys don't feel comfortable in a plan. There's nothing wrong with taking time, you know, to plan and orchestrate and what have you, but it's never going to be perfect. And things happen. Plans change, right? So yeah, sure, get a plan together, but also be very much okay with like not really knowing what's going to happen. Like be okay with being in the present moment about it. Be okay with the surprise of adventure and surprise of the, that's like the thing. Unknown can be exciting. It could be bigger than what you're trying to do it, plan it to be, or trying to expect it to be, right? Interesting. But yeah, choice universe with knowledge. And then, like I was mentioning before, the Ten of Pentacles universe has the Knight of Air with it. Again, perception, perception, perception. You can have this. This is a reality. It's yours. It's for you. It comes from you, of you being you. But you have to see that. Any other messages or insights from my Librans? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. You can only see and believe what you let yourself see and believe. Ooh. Destiny in reverse and the Child. It actually came out reverse and I was like struggling to grab it and then it flipped over. So I'll just consider it crossed, but I'll hold it upright just for you guys. So this is Inner Child. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta keep my phone off of Do Not Disturb because, you know, I got shit going on. But anyway. Inner Child, Inner Child, Inner Child. You could really benefit from some inner child work here, Libra. Because it's interesting, because when I came out in reverse, I was feeling like, oh, like Six of Cups, like some blocks and some distortion going on within the past, and that's affecting the inner child. And I feel like almost strangling the inner child a little bit. When the child is upright, we're called, we're asked to have that childlike curiosity and fearlessness, right? Fearlessness, fearlessness. I keep getting this like notion of that's not for me. I cannot have that. And maybe because it's rooted in some programming you had as a child, or some programming where it was like family society was like, this kind of thing is not for you. And so you just keep repeating that to yourself, that this is not for me. This lifestyle, living in a certain city, a certain job, maybe even a belief system. Interesting. I feel like it's really about a way of life, though. That which could be tangled up in career, but I really feel like it's a way of life. Every time, thank you, every time you feel that ping of discomfort and you're like, I'll just do it, I'll go along, that's your inner child going, don't make me. Literally, that's your inner child going like, please do not do this to me anymore. Please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop. Please don't do this to us. That's crazy. That literally just came through. Let's keep going. Any other messages or insights for my Librans? Ooh. Two of Cups. Relationships. Doesn't have to be romantic. They're soul connections. These are about soul connections coming through here. It's funny because just before this card came out, I was getting the Earth Goddess energy again. That very earthy, Venusian, kind of Taurian energy. Woo. Seven of Fire came out and it landed on the child. You see how she's covering her throat? Listen to what your inner child is telling you. That ping of discomfort. What is it telling you? What is it telling you? What is it telling you? Don't do this to me. Don't do this to us. I don't want to do that. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. Now, granted, discomfort and anxiety and all these things and like pushing through is also a sign too of sometimes, not always, because sometimes it's related to a trigger, right? Which means that it's also sometimes related to trauma or some sort of distortion that's also affecting the inner child and maybe even affecting your own truth as well. So practice your discernment with that. Is it your inner child going like, that is not our truth? Or is it your inner child going, ooh, this reminds me of something that I don't want to like, I don't like. Explore that. Because with the Two of Cups and the Seven of Fire, there's a little, that's interesting. There's a little bit of resistance here. Seven of Fire speaks of courage and bravery. Especially in this deck, it speaks of expressing from that place. Courageous expression within relationships. So is it because you're actually triggered and you don't know how to express that you're triggered or where it's coming from, that you need to explore that with your inner child? Or is it your inner child going like, please do not do that, or please set a boundary and express that boundary, right? So what's your inner child saying? I definitely think there's some mirroring going on here, Libras. Relationships are definitely teaching you a lot. They're showing you this about yourself. It's just a matter of paying attention. Yeah, of paying attention. And are you willing to not only see what you actually can have as opposed to what you can't, right? It's like self-doubt, self-limiting beliefs, imposter syndrome, all of that. Can you actually get into this place where you actually can get into a courageous, confident place to fight for what it is you want? To fight, to speak on behalf of your truth and your own perspective, even if it's just between you and yourself, like kind of like talking yourself out of these old perspectives and opening the mind. Like, can you do that? I keep getting to boundaries are really important here, Libra. Boundaries are really important. Let's keep going. Came out in reverse this time. This is caring too much about what people think. Literally, that's how it's described in the book. Being way too caught up on how people see you. It's exactly what I was saying. And look, child with destiny in reverse. Does your inner child care too much about what people think about what it is you really want? Or do you care too much about what people think and then your inner child's going like, stop it? It's one or the other. Wow. It's one or the other. And there it is. Purging, healing, letting go. Wow. I can't get over the fact that this card came out. Your inner child either had a lot of experiences where it's like this tendency, this idea, this narrative, this program, this like reaction was like drilled into you as a child, or you were exposed to it, that it matters what people think, or people are judging you, or people are criticizing you. And maybe you also had just a lot of judgment thrown on you, right? And being way too caught up on what people think or meeting societal expectations, the expectations of others. It's costing you your truth. It's also costing you pieces of you, and it's costing you what you really could have for yourself as far as your life is concerned. And your inner child is like trying so hard to get your attention to this, that you're so caught up in that you're not living in your 100% Libra-ness. You're at like 75, 80. Just throwing numbers out there. But with this last card coming out, the Five of Cups in reverse, this is just topping all of these cards to say there's some letting go and some healing that needs to happen here when it comes to that. and when it comes to your inner child, to be like, it is okay. And and it could come up with a lot of grief. And throat chakra clearing that. And it's like, it really has affected the throat chakra for you Libras. And I do think as well, the heart space too. But I want to come back to this Two of Cups. We might explore this one further. Oh my God, it's already 25 minutes. We might explore this one further in part 2. There's a lot going on here, and every time I go here, I feel like Goddess Earth, earthy Venus energy, and it feels really good. Some of you, because there's a Two of Cups here, keep in mind, you could be mirroring with another person. So another person around you could be struggling with this. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can even be a family member. But relationships are teaching you. Relationships are showing you this part of you, even if it's also part of another person. Okay? I do also feel... For those of you where this could potentially be romantic, you've gone back and forth on this person a lot. I said even friends. Friends are romantic. I don't feel work friends. It feels more like someone you've like gotten to know, like a friend or a lover. It doesn't feel like someone you spend I'm trying to think of how to explain this. It's somebody you chose to like cultivate a relationship with. Is how it feels to me, but it's falling in the category of like friends or lovers or anywhere in between, where you've gone back and forth on this person because of this, because of that. That's interesting. Ooh, I'm gonna be honest, Libra. You might not even admit this to yourself. For some of you guys in that boat, you go back and forth on shame. Either feeling shameful of yourself within this dynamic or feeling shameful of dealing with this person. Ooh, that's some shadow right there. That's some shadow right there. But if you feel shame or embarrassment of dealing with somebody, that's because of your own lack of acceptance of self. Being too worried about what other people think. I want to like I keep wanting to like vomit energy. Shame feels big here. I like just felt all this energy rush through the left side of my body because I was actually gonna say mother, and it was like, oh God, left side feminine. For some of you, this like my whole left side of my body is like freaking out right now. For some of you, this shame has everything to do with the feminine and like very strong mother energy. Whether maybe your mother carried a lot of shame, and then so you carry a lot of shame regarding what people think. And as reflected within relationships, like I need to be seen a certain way. I need to be seen a certain way. I need to be seen a certain way. Or maybe it's about satisfying people in your life, like your loved ones, your family. Whoa, Libra. Whew. Again, I feel mirroring here, so it might not just be you feeling this. I just got dizzy. Overall, we have the Body Mind card in reverse. It's a very powerful card. It's like not surprising it came out in this reading for you too. When this card comes out, it speaks about the effect of perception. Big thing for you here. Big thing of sorry. So it's funny because I've been like really on point with my words, and it's like I get into your reading and I'm like blah 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 blah. Throat chakra, imbalanced throat chakra. The power and impact that the mind has on the body. How powerful words are. How powerful the mind is, like thoughts, programming, being anxious about what other people think, judging yourself, judging other people, and how it affects how you feel physically. You could actually be struggling physically. You could be. It also can speak to just feeling unhappy, right? If we're like in a really negative state of mind and we're running on programs of judgment and criticism and image and all of that, like we're not going to feel good about ourselves. There could be some body image. This card also speaks of body image issues as well. A lot of shame going on here. Underneath that, we have Three of Cups in reverse. This is feeling unhappy, feeling like there's no, like, not no, but that there's a struggle to find joyful experiences, whether it's with many people or within this dynamic. You do have the 2, 3, and 5 of cups. So I wouldn't be surprised if this expands out to social anxiety. Oh, Libra. Libras, I feel like some of you just absorbed someone's like deep shame, and I do feel probably came from a parent or a family member. Could even be generational. I feel like it was like much more like your physical proximity though. You just absorbed that and just took that on. I'm feeling a lot of social anxiety, like being way too overly conscious about the self. It makes me kind of sad. It makes me sad. Because I feel some of you like might, if this energy gets to be too much within, like too much anxiety, like you might like hermit or you might hide out of shame. Or someone you're dealing with might, like I said, there could be mirroring going on here. Underneath that, we do have Queen of Fire, love, desire, with Maiden, oh my god, and the 2 of Fire. This actually speaks of relationships as well. It's kind of a twinsy card. Look at what's underneath all of that. So Libra, whether this is for you or someone else, I'm clearly doing a reading for somebody who has a lot of shame and a lot of worry and concern about what people think about them and the people that they also spend time with. And there is a suppression of truth. There's a feeling of like always kind of being uncomfortable and trying to force comfortability, which is something that Libras are good at, but it's not always, like, that's not a healthy way to utilize it, right? And I feel like it's led to, for some, there's like body image issues here. There's a lot of losing out on fun opportunities, social opportunities, maybe even just having peace and fun within relationships, like not being able to relax, not being able to relax. Also denying like what kind of life you really want or what kind of life you really could have. But look what's underneath all of that. It's like, this is actually you. Underneath all of that. Queen of Fire with love, desire, and Maiden. And then we'll get into this in a second. Queen of Fire is the Queen of Wands. That's a spicy energy. That's a spicy, sassy, fiery, I am confident and I am out and living my best life with the love card, with my heart open, right? That's water and fire right there. And then we have desire. That's not ignoring what makes you feel good, right? It's actually embracing your passion, embracing life. And then Maiden, we'll talk about it, another yummy energy, right? It's like Maiden is an actually in this deck, it speaks of being explorative. Explorative of self, with the 2 of Fire being explorative within relationships, collaborative relationships, relationships of people that are really aligned to you. Libra, I feel like there's almost been this like amazing person tucked away in like a secret closet. Not to say you're not amazing. Clearly you're amazing. Clearly you're amazing. But you've clearly been tucked away. This magical part of you has been tucked away. And it's like, it makes me kind of sad. Because it's time to come out. Come out of the closet, Libra. Let yourself come out. Let yourself say, who gives a shit about what people think? Let yourself go there. Let yourself make a scene every once in a while. Cause a little chaos every once in a while. As long as you're coming from this energy, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe you came from an environment where maybe you had to keep the peace. That is a total Libra thing, right? Be free, Libra. Be free. It's funny too, because actually, Libra, I feel like people see this. I feel like people do see this within you, but I think people also recognize that you don't see it. It's making me say it. Oh, Libra. God, and there's gonna be a part 2. So, Libra, listen to your inner child. Let people show you things about yourself so that you can really reflect and you can be honest with yourself, explore yourself in this, and just start to say, you know what, I'm not going to be ashamed of who I am. I am who I am. People will say whatever they want to say because that's how people are. That is how human beings are. And you can really start to open your mind to what's possible for you. Okay? Open your mind to what's really possible for you. No more denying that. No more denying the possibilities, Libra. No more denying this amazing person that you are. No more. No more. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead into part 2. There's a lot going on with this too of water. I'm definitely diving into that. I might dive in more into the inner child and the Ten of Swords in reverse. I keep getting strong mother energy there. But yeah, if you are leaving us here, I hope this was helpful for you. And if I'm gonna see you over there, I'll see you over there. Take care, guys.